Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show right here in St. Louis, Missouri. And I am so excited to welcome Kevin Farley into the studio, who will be performing at the Funny Bone this weekend at both Westport and the streets of St. Charles. I'm going to give you those details here in a little bit, but you need to go to stlewisfunnybone.com right now. Get your tickets. You know how to figure out a website. Get them before the end when they're sold out, and then you can get them. stlewisfunnybone.com. Kevin Farley.
Hey, nice to see you. How are you?
I'm great. I was doing a little research on you last night.
Yeah.
You're the thing that I came across last night that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Rascal Flatts.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did a video.
A great music
yours
video.
If you want it. Yeah. And my friend, Christy Swanson, who got me involved with that. Yeah. And I sort of knew those guys from Rascal Flatts through Spade. I used to hang out with him. And yeah, that's a fun video. We shot that in Nashville. I look really overweight.
You look great. I had to watch the whole video. I had to see how this ended.
But I did not deserve to be with that woman.
So I want to know. No, that's why I'm like, I know there is a story here to Kevin Farley, and you've been in movies and you do stand-up comedy, and we're so excited to have you here in St. Louis. And when I put you in there and I'm doing a little research, and I'm like, or I think maybe Grok told me, he's like, Kevin Farley starred in a music video, among others, with Rascal Flatts. So I sat and watched the whole video.
Oh, thanks. Yours If You Want It. It's a great song.
Isn't it? I said, this is great. Classic Rascal Flatts.
It is, and it's such a cool song. I love it. And, you know, those guys were the nicest. You know, I played golf with a couple of them, and they were the nicest guys. Yeah. No, it was a fun video. If you go get a chance, I thought, you know, when we did it, I'm like, oh, that's going to get an award or something, but it never did.
Well, there's still time. Still out there. We're still finding it.
It was great.
So you've been involved in so many different things in your career, and you're still, traveling the country. What is it like to be in music videos, to be in comedies, to do stand-up comedy, all of these different things? What's your fave?
Oh, you know what? If you look, I did this the other day. If you look at my IMDb or whatever, you know, I can't believe how much I've done.
Do you remember?
I mean, over the years, it's crazy. I just stay, in doing things. And my favorite goes back to a long time ago. I did a David Lynch, and I love David Lynch. And I did a David Lynch film. But I also worked with the Zucker brothers, who did Airplane.
Yeah.
I love those guys. Yeah. And I love David. He's a good friend of mine. I did a show called American Carol. And that was just unbelievable to work with David Zucker. I was blown away because I love Airplane and I love Naked Gun.
Yeah.
And those are my favorites.
Okay, now Ryan, my co-host here, he went. It wasn't Airplane. It was Naked Gun. Was the second one, the recent release,
the new one with Liam Neeson.
And he came back kind of giggling because they at least tried to do some of the bits that they used to.
Sure.
Did they make comedies like they used to anymore?
No, they don't make those either. But that one, David didn't do. They took it away from him. So it's like,
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to compete with David Zucker.
Yeah, and Naked Gun, like I have. So I've got 4 kids. My oldest is 16. My youngest is 4.
Yeah.
But it's my goal to go through and. So my 16-year-old son, and then it's 3 girls, 13, 10, and 4. And I'm trying to go back and show them all these movies that I grew up with instead of showing them the new ones that are out here. Yeah. And my son and my daughter, the oldest, if it's an Adam Sandler movie, we're watching.
Sure.
It. So we're into that. Like peak Adam Sandler time for them. But Spaceballs and, going to the Goonies and all that type of stuff. There's just a different approach to entertainment.
It was just more scripted and more performed. Where I think the YouTube generation likes it more real and more reality-based kind of thing, which is funny. But I do love the old school scripted kind of performance thing, like all Sandler's stuff. And just they don't make those anymore. It's not profitable for the studios. So they're just like, we're going to abandon that whole thing, which is sad because... those movies were, $15 million to make or something like that. And they wouldn't, they make not that much more or something like that. So the studios are like, well, this isn't profitable. Let's go make a Spider-Man film, or something like that.
Well, you should be the next Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Could
really
you do it?
overweight Spider-Man. My web would snap.
A lot of people would go see. What
Imagine
this
a
looks
big
like.
fat Spider-Man, and he goes, the web snaps. He just goes down and hurts himself.
I'd see that.
Kevin Farley in studio.
too.
Yeah, you just got to write the right
would
script,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Kevin Farley in studio with us right now. This weekend at Westport Funny Bone and the Streets of St. Charles Funny Bone, I implore you, if you've never given stand-up comedy a chance, we are a society very, very lacking in just doubling over and laughing. This is where you go. You don't even realize that you could laugh this hard, and I don't think we do laugh. I mean,
No,
to
we don't
actually LOL these days,
Yeah.
we say LOL all the time. We don't even smile anymore when we LOL. You
I
find
just
something
think
amusing.
we're indicted with all these seriousness, like politics. That's enough of it,
Yeah.
you know. So I try to just go have a good time. I think that's what people want, a good dinner, nice movie, without being inundated with negativity.
I think that there are a few movies. I saw Project Hail Mary recently, and it's been interesting to me that the story around Project Hail Mary was like the author said, "I just want to tell you a good story." And you could take it and make it whatever you want. To hear you say that, like bringing people out to your show or a movie that you're in or a music video you're in, that you see it as an opportunity to just cut loose and have a good time.
Yeah,
it's refreshing.
Let's laugh at ourselves and about humanity, and just there's enough going on.
There's enough to laugh at.
We're crazy.
Yeah.
So we're nutty enough to not be so negative. We got to get it more positive around here.
I
Kevin,
agree.
you've been doing stand-up for long enough that in my lifetime, it's almost like you've seen ebbs and flows of the popularity of stand-up. We got to be at a high watermark right now, right?
I've never seen stand-ups make so much money. I'm like, what's
Right.
wrong with me? Come on. My God, all my friends are like, I sold out Boston Garden. I'm like, whoa. I sold out my backyard. My family came back, No, I mean, my God, I've never seen these guys make so much money. They're selling out arenas, so it's a strange time because stand-up is, the best stand-up for me is like a, low ceiling, dark, kind of a club kind of a thing where
It's very Funny Bone-esque.
Yeah.
It's kind of intimate, an intimate where you'll be
Right.
It's like an intimate
thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we're going to talk some treason down here. Say some,
You got to lean in a little bit.
we're going to say some things we shouldn't, That's the way I always see it. But man, these places, I mean, these guys are making, internet has really brought it up to a level that, so.
Do you think part of that is because the market, like you said, they're not just making $15 million movies anymore or higher than that.
Yeah.
And it's because, maybe, stand up, this is just one guy on a stage. That's a lot cheaper.
Listen, bands, like I've been talking around, he handles bands a lot, and it's a lot of expense to bring in all the you need a truck, you need all kinds of stuff. It's expensive, and I just need a microphone.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you put a water bottle on the stool, and I'm good.
You're listening to Kevin Farley here in studio with us on 97.1. He will be at the Streets of St. Charles and Westport this weekend. So find the one that works with you and the date that works with you, but go to stlewisfunnybone.com and get your tickets before they're gone because they are going to go fast. What goes into, first and foremost, do you have a set? If you go see Kevin Farley on one night versus the next, how much might that change?
A little. I've got, a lot of different things. I'm always working out stuff, so I'll work it out in the middle or something like that and try to add to stories and this and that. So I'll start out with a basic thing and run it and then try to add to it, or else make another bit that I'm trying to work on and stuff like that. But I'm always trying to rotate stuff because, things will just, run its time, run its course. So you have to keep changing. You have to keep working on things. So.
Is there a difference between how you entertain people and get people to laugh and what you find funny, or do you take what makes you laugh and give it to other people?
I try to do that, but it's hard because the only thing that makes me laugh is when somebody falls down.
That never fails, right?
Yeah,
Love the
no.
Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but also just, the world's funniest videos. If I see a bride that go into a river,
It's gold.
I mean, that's gold. They try so hard on the wedding, and then they fall in like mud.
You're super disappointed when it just ends happily
Yeah,
and everybody's
no.
clean and still white.
No, and it just fails. I go through the YouTubes and I see people falling, and I'm just like, oh my God.
It's like medicine.
Oh, it's so great. Motorcycle accidents, like, oh God. It's so hilarious.
Have you ever gone up on stage and just tried to describe videos you've seen?
It's one of those you have to be there kind of things, you know. You just have to watch it. You know?
Your brother, Chris Farley, is kind of did that with like Paul McCartney.
That's true.
That's kind of that's actually. You remember that one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, they only just wrote what he did. Too.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing. We'd be meeting like something like Paul McCartney. I'd be like, all right, now hold it together.
Wow, yeah.
You know,
man.
Don't be weird.
Strong
he
genetics.
couldn't help it. He'd be like,
Kevin, would you mind staying for another segment? We could talk a little bit more about you being here in St. Louis.
yes, of course.
All right. Kevin Farley in studio with us. Go grab those tickets right here on a quick break. stlewisfunnybone.com. We'll be right back. When was the last time you reenacted the music video for Rascal Flatts here, Kevin Farley in studio? This is a good song.
It's a great song. I love it. It's a great song. That guy's got a great voice, too. It's just that when I watched that video, I was about 280. So and I jump on the bed. Memory? And I'm playing the guitar, and I can't. It doesn't look. I can't play guitar. My gut is sticking out, and I can't barely get the guitar around my gut. And then I jump on a bed, and during the shoot, I was like, I hope this bed doesn't crash.
Kevin, I just want to say that while I was watching this last night with my daughter, I never was thinking those thoughts.
Oh, thank you very much.
I was charmed by the whole music video.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
I was thinking that.
My friends all call me like, dude, you look huge in that.
That's how you know they're your real friends.
There's no way that's your girlfriend. That's unbelievable.
Oh, man. You do get her number in the end, though. We'll remind
That's
people
true.
of that.
Yeah, I feel bad for that. My girlfriend in the end of that, but she was mean. So.
She deserved it. It was like a perfect 3.5 minutes of the perfect little story arc. The witchy lady in the end gets hers, and you get the number, and
that's right.
You're flapping on the bed with the guitar.
I get to break a mattress.
Let's talk about Kevin Farley starring in Pickleball, a movie coming out this summer. Tell me about this film.
Well, it's a little movie I wrote with my wife and directed by Jay Walters. And, it's a small little community center, and I'm a priest, a Catholic priest that helps my friend out who dies. And we have to get the community center back up and running, and he left it to his derelict sons. And he appears to me as a ghost and tries to guide me to get win the pickleball tournament and win the community center back. So it's a real Oscar winner.
Kevin Farley, do you play pickleball? Do you play pickleball now? Did you play it before the movie started?
Never. But I learned on set, and we played a lot on set, and there's a lot of, people. But I played a lot of tennis. So I did know I had the swing down, and it's a great game because the ball is, you can swing as hard as you can, and the ball doesn't really go that far. So it's cool. It's a cool game. That's why it's so popular. But
yeah,
it was fun to play on there. It's a great game to watch and to play.
Pickleball is it's like this inner sanctum. Like once you're in, you're in. And I have not yet gone in. Right. To the pickleball world, but I know that once I do it, I'm going to want to play. I like sports.
You're going to want to play. If you can get a person to come out with you and you get a group of people that are into it, it's a great way to do it. You get exercise and you get to, it's almost like wiffle ball. You ever play wiffle ball? Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I love it.
So
I love it.
Pickleball the movie comes out when and where can people make sure they put this on their calendar to see?
Yeah, it'll come out June 19th, and it'll be on Amazon and some other places, just streaming kind of platforms. But our big one is Amazon and some of the other big platforms.
My TV, when I turn on my TV at home, you just type in on the home screen the name, and then it's like, here are the 6 platforms you can watch it on.
Yeah.
These you have?
Yes.
These you have to pay for.
Exactly. So you'll find it. It'll be all over the internet, So it's a great movie. It's a fun little movie. Everybody can watch.
You wrote it with your wife?
Yeah, my wife, she and I looked at it and redid it, yeah. Mostly her, though. She's better at that.
Do you work a lot together?
We do, yeah. We actually do. She helps me with jokes and stuff like that. She's very critical,
Did you guys meet in comedy?
Yes, actually. She wrote a play called Ha in New York. And she's not that critical, by the way. She's very good.
Just for the record.
We just assumed that she probably was.
No,
sorry about that.
Not. But she wrote it's about stand-up comedy. And I met her on the play, and she wrote it and directed it, and that was in New York, and it was a while ago, but that's where we met. It was great.
You've talked a lot about your family. It sounds like family's important to you.
Yeah.
You're, here in St. Louis at the streets of St. Charles and at the Westport, the Funny Bone, stlewisfunnybone.com. Grab your tickets before they're gone. We've talked a little bit about your brother, Chris, but it seems like the comedy business is a family business in the Farley family.
Yeah. It's one of those things where we all just started to do it. Once Chris started to do it, I have a brother, John, that does it out in California. And we just sort of got into it and never stopped.
Were you funny at home together?
Yeah. We had 4 boys, so it was a competition. If you didn't make me laugh or you didn't make each other laugh, you were a loser.
That said like true.
Yeah.
One of 4 boys.
But you were a real loser if you couldn't do it. That's not joking around.
Yeah.
No,
was
you would be
everybody
beat
funny?
up.
Were you all?
Yeah, but it was a serious thing. Like a lot of guys play basketball or brothers play basketball or whatever they do. That was our serious thing. Like you would get beat up. If you weren't funny, you'd be like you're ostracized.
Who
in
was
my
the funniest
family.
of the 4?
Well, obviously, you can't really compete with somebody like Chris because he would go, you'd dare him to do something and he'd do it. And most people would be like, I can't do that.
Watch
But he would do it. He'd be like, watch me. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd be like, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have, when he would do something, if someone would be like, I dare you to do it. Is that the phrase, I dare you? Was it double dog dare you? Or just, Chris, you got to do this? Did he ever look back and go, I shouldn't have done that?
Yeah, well, he pulled his pants down in typing class, which got him kicked out of school.
Permanently?
No, he came back another year, but yeah.
Never learned to type, though.
Never learned to type.
Were
He
any of
typed with his, He's good. Yeah.
He's always slow.
He did, yeah. He was good at it, though. He was really good at it.
It's really more on a quality, not quantity situation.
Well, that's a practice. Practice makes perfect kind of scenario.
Yeah, sure. But the lady next to him, she freaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can kind of understand everybody in the situation.
There was a couple other people in the class that are like, yeah, that's Chris, but she didn't like it. Come on, Come on.
What's up with her?
What's up with her?
Were you or your other brothers, I mean, maybe not to the extent with which he would not turn down a dare, did you have different brands of comedy in the family?
Well, a lot of it was physical and beating each other up.
The falling down thing.
Falling down. Yeah, we weren't bright. So
if you're super funny, you
right.
don't really
and
have
I
to
always
be.
don't think comedy, we were more clownish where we weren't smart enough. There's a lot of comedians that are trying to be the most clever guy in the room.
To take themselves too seriously to be a
Yeah,
comedian?
well, they're smart and funny. We were just like, to be an
Stooges
idiot.
kind of stuff?
It was to be more of an idiot to me. Like who could be the biggest idiot? That I think is still funny. Who could be the dumbest?
How was the age difference between all 4 boys?
Well, let's see. My brother, my sister's the oldest, so she was in another section of the house. And then my brother
understandable.
Tom's like 3 years older. Chris and I are like a year apart, maybe. And then John's like 3 years younger than I am. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you're at the streets of St. Charles, Westport this weekend. People go to stlewisfunnybone.com and reserve your tickets for the show that fits your schedule. Like you said, get dinner. Just go out and take a load off. Have a great time. What kind of what do you do? Do you talk about, you said, life, family? What kind of observations?
My wife and I have an interesting life. She's very eccentric and fun, and we have 8 dogs.
Oh, what kind?
That's not my idea, but yeah, she comes home with a new one, and I'm like, oh, okay. We have all kinds. We have a pug. We have 3 Pomeranians. We have a Dachshund. We have a Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
And a Chinese
Some jokes laying around that dog.
Chin.
Yeah.
What, the Shih
Yeah.
Tzu? Oh, I've got a couple jokes on that. You
Probably
can't help it, right?
Yeah, we grew up with them as well.
They're cute, but they're odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're cute. I love them. Shih Tzus are great.
Do you run the house? Do you and your wife
They
run
do.
the house, or the dog? You run the house around the dogs?
They run the show, yeah. 8 of them, so yeah, there's something we got to do every 5 minutes. It's like running a little, kennel. We I think legally might be a kennel. I don't know.
I would look into it.
Yeah,
There'll be some taxes and fees
yeah.
that you don't know you're obligated to.
So it's amazing, yeah. But you know what? They're good kids. We just we gotta keep feeding them. It's pretty easy, but they get temperamental. Yeah. They sleep with us too,
Oh,
Yeah, Humphrey sleeps up by my head, and then, the Dotson sleeps right next to you, And Pug always, he smells,
does he still sleep with you?
Yeah, but he
Okay.
smells.
I got to ask you, just because we're running out of time, about pickleball.
Yeah.
You mentioned how hard it is to get movies made.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded like you wrote a movie and you're like, hey, let's just go make it.
Well, Jay, who's, if you can only do it if there's some rich guy,
Yeah, of course.
you got to go find a rich guy.
Yeah.
And I found one.
That's your brother.
That's great.
Jay.
I didn't know that was that easy.
But it's, it's not like you're throwing your money. You're taking a chance.
Yeah.
He's
He's taking a chance, right?
He's
To
taking
get the
it,
money
but he loves movies. This
Okay.
guy, Jay Walters. And he just, if you go to his website, which you can't remember, but
You can Google.
Yeah, you can Google Jay Walters. He is a real aficionado, and he's got the backing. So we had that guy, but the studios, no. But if you find some guy that's really into it and wants to make a funny comedy, you can still do it. You can be very creative with it.
Probably helps to be connected for a few decades to be a trusted source of music videos and
Yeah, I think, it does help that way. Yeah, and it helps you have to be known for something. Something not criminal, but something.
Well, I mean, unless
something.
it's really funny criminal.
criminal,
like
yeah.
typewriters and such. Kevin Farley in studio with us. Last question before we go, just a little bit of like current events news. You show up here and they release the files on the aliens. I haven't dug through them.
I think I read that.
Do you have any curiosity about extraterrestrial life? Is it like if it happens, it'll happen around you and you're just going to...
Yeah.
What's your reaction to that?
I don't really think about it. And every once in a while this comes up and I'm like, I don't know. If I saw an alien, I'd be like, what's up? What's up? And like, you're from another planet? Cool, man. You want to go to Five Guys? I don't know.
Do they call it Five Guys?
Yeah. They'd be like, take me to Five Guys.
That's why we're here.
Take me to Five Guys. I don't know. That's probably what I do. I don't think I'd freak out because, okay, you're from another planet. Nice to meet you.
All the news stories that I've covered, this one, it seems like nobody's really... There's always the group of people taking it super seriously.
Yeah.
But everyone else is like, you remember the movie Independence Day when the aliens are coming and they're about to kill everyone and they're like, hey! They're like, wow, we're here! And then they blow them up. We are the strippers on the top of whatever that New York City building is right now going, welcome!
Welcome! Yay!
Although I don't know, in the long run, that's not maybe the best way to be.
Of course, who knows what they are? I don't know if there's been so many hoaxes that you're kind of like, what's this? Is this another one or is this real? I don't know. You just don't know,
Kevin Farley, you're just a treasure to have in here. Thank you for spending some of your time with us this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Come out to my shows.
Please do. Go tell them, go see the show. If you stick around, tell them that you heard about it here on 97.1 on the Annie Frey Show at Westport and at the Funny Bone St. Charles, the streets of St. Charles. That's where I go. I just love it. It's such a fun time, and you owe it to yourself to just sit down and take an evening and enjoy yourself in the company of those who you love, and Kevin Farley will keep you entertained the entire time. Thanks so much for having
Thanks, guys.
having us in here with you today. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.